Today, I want to talk to you about how to cascade your strategy into action. Now that you've created your strategic plan, what are some of the things you need to consider as you move your plan from strategy into action? Hi, everyone. My name is Anthony Taylor. I'm the managing partner at SME Strategy. We facilitate strategic planning sessions and help give teams the capacity to implement their strategic plans successfully. So many people just think of their strategy offsite. They think of their two-day session. They think, hey, we got to get everybody together. We got to make a plan. We got to put it on paper. But often they forget about the processes, the systems, the structures they need to put in place to implement their plan successfully. And some of those come after the planning process, but you actually have to think about that before you complete your strategic plan document. So let's say you have your two-day offsite, you do your strategic planning process. Once you're done that heavy lifting, you need to make sure that the strategy team stays aligned on the goals. So you need to go over each of your goals and make changes as necessary. Make sure that they are SMART, and you have a balance of objectives, which are qualitative, and goals, which are quantitative. Make sure that there's exact dates and numbers to each. If you don't have a target, you're never going to know if you got there. So, there is an art and a science to goal setting. We've covered that in some other previous videos, but do make sure that you have specific measures, goals for your strategic priorities as they stand. Once you've set those specific goals and you've hit those targets, make sure you're clear on who, what, and when. So who is responsible for leading each goal and the actions underneath, or who's responsible for each strategic priority? What are they going to do to move the plan forward? So that includes actions and communications. When is it going to be completed by? What is the target completion date? And when will they notify others? So often plans they have action plans, they have stuff that they're going to do, but there's no accountability, there's no circling back to move it forward. So that's why you need that system for accountability. You finished your two-day offsite, what are you going to do to stay on top of your plan and make sure that it stays top of mind instead of a shelf plan? So you want to, before you leave the session, plan your first follow-up meetings for a strategy review just to debrief. We recommend creating a meeting cadence on a regular basis, create a structure for staying on top of your plans, and then how often is your strategy team going to meet specifically to realign and debrief on the plan, potentially adjust anything that you need to adjust. So maybe that's monthly, quarterly, or more. Share the plan. Once you've done your offsite, once you've created your plan, once you've finalized your goals, once you've put that communication structure in place, cascade the plan to the rest of your organization, top down and then bottom up. Make the vision visible. Make sure everybody knows where the organization is headed, because that one destination is really that driving and aligning factor to moving that forward. And making the vision visible can happen in a lot of different ways. You might just have a Zoom meeting, share it with your team. You might put one-pagers up. You might put some visuals. We've seen groups, create little stuffed animals that they've put on their desks to remind people of that vision. It's got to be top of mind to keep everybody aligned. And then ingrain the values into your organization. That's, some people just say, hey, here's our values, go and live them. But how are you unpacking that? How are you supporting keeping those values visible? Some people have their values. They have a core value focus for a set period of time. This month, we're going to focus on living, demonstrating, and rewarding this value. So it's one of those things that once you tie values to actions, that you will do the best job of ingraining it with your people. And finally, assigning tasks, cascading the plan, allowing people to incorporate their work and aligning their work with the strategic plan. So making sure that the strategy team themselves have tasks, that they have to meet with important people as part of the planning structure, and then assigning tasks to others with clear instructions and due dates. So really taking it from that two-day offsite to putting specific measurables. An easy way to think about it is put it in your calendar. Is it clear about who's doing what and when? So how to support your strategic plan implementation once you've done your strategy offsite. Number one, solidify your goals and actions. Make sure that everybody is clear on who's doing what. Number two, get clear on who, what, when. Make sure that there's a process for keeping that alive. So that's your system for accountability. Make sure that you have a meeting cadence. Make sure that you're on top of all of the things you need to do. Also, so that if anything changes or deviates from the plan, it doesn't get left unchecked for too long. Number 4, share the plan. Make sure it gets into the hearts and minds of your people so they understand what they need to do. And 5, assign tasks. So that's as you cascade the plan, as you share it, and as you get people bought in, make sure that everybody has a component of it so they understand how their work contributes to the bigger vision. So if you're looking for some help on aligning your organization and moving forward your strategic planning process, whether that's in person or virtually, our facilitators, including myself, would be happy to help you with that. So be sure to click the link in the description to schedule a no obligation consultation. We'll talk to you about your strategic planning options. You can let us know about what you're thinking, and we can see how that aligns with our process. And if it works, we can have another conversation to lay out some options that might be a good fit for you. So thanks so much for watching today's video. If you liked it, please be sure to like and comment. Would love any feedback on what you have done similar or what you've done differently to see how it aligns. And we just appreciate you watching this video. And my name is Anthony Taylor. I'm the managing partner at SME Strategy. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.